readers and writers. Today we're going to be talking about the initial k sound. And when we say the initial sound, that means when it's the beginning, the starting sound of the word is k. Let's go ahead and take a look at our sound cards. We know that we have K, kite, k. Then we also have C, cat, k, and C, city, s. So today we're going to talk about when we know that C is making the k sound and when to know to use C or K when we are spelling. So let's go ahead and take a look. Please feel free to write along with me and draw my pictures. We're going to talk about C, and when we talk about C, I like to think of our sound card word, which is a cute little cat. Meow. So, when we have the letter C, I like to draw this picture. I like to start by drawing a nice big letter C. And we know that C makes that k sound like cat when it is followed by an A, an O, or a U. And you see that we are building a cute little cat picture. So when you are reading a word that starts with a C and is followed by an A, it makes the k sound. When you are reading the word that starts with a C and then is followed by a letter O, it's going to make the k sound. When you're reading a word that starts with a C and is followed by a letter U, it's going to make the k sound. We can think of words like an and k up, cup, and we can think of words like ought, caught. But we can use this for really higher level words as well. So, what if we had the word like, if we saw a word like this one here. It is starting with a C, and then we have an O. And if we go back over, we can tell that O is in our picture. So, I know that this C in this word, even though it's longer, is going to start with the k sound. K, on, t, ext, context. What if we look at a word like this? I'm going to look at the word. I can find and mark my vowels to decode it. I'm going to notice that the letter C is followed by a letter U, and that's part of our cute cat picture here. And we know that the k sound is coming from the letter C this time. So we can know that this is k, ol, tiv, ate, cultivate. You can cultivate a garden, you can cultivate your friendships. This is to build and grow. And then you can see a word like this. Because we know that the letter A is in our k sound for our letter C picture, we know that this C is going to make that k sound. Cap, it, ul, capital. Like we have our capital building here, and you want to always start your sentence with a capital letter. Now let's take a look about when to use the letter K. For the letter K, we say K, kite, k. And I like to just draw a picture of a kite. And we can think of it as there's a little line right here, and then these parts of the K really make our kite string. And in this side of the kite, we're going to have an I, and on this side of the kite, we're going to have an E. So we know that when you are trying to spell words that start with the k sound and then are followed by an I or E, then those words are going to be spelled with the letter K. We know we have kite, keep. But what if I wanted to spell the word kibble, like what a dog would eat? Like if we had this nice dog bowl and it's full of kibble. Yum. tapping, I can hear that that I is coming next. So I know that the word kibble is going to start with the letter K. Kibble, kibble. But now, what if I were to drop my pen into some water and it went kerplunk? I'm hearing an ER sound, So because the next sound is like an ER team, I know that I'm going to start with my letter K to make the initial K sound. Kerplunk. And that's a glued sound, UNK junk unk, plunk, kerplunk. But now, let's go back and take a look at a word like this. I can find and mark my vowels. I can divide my syllables. But I want to know, is this C making the K sound, or is it making its soft sound like city? Is the I in our picture for the cat? If it's not, then the C is making an S sound. This word is circumstance. Circumstance. This is like a situation. We're going to see this in our literature. What if we saw a word like this? Is this C going to make the K sound or the soft S sound like city? Is E in our cat picture? No, it's not. So we know that this C is going to start with the S sound, like an S. Ceramic, ceramic. This word is a word that you might make. You might have a ceramic pot or a cup or a bowl. You might do crafting with ceramics in art class. Now we have talked about the initial K sound and when to use letter K and when to use letter C in your spelling, and also when words are spelled with C, we know when they are saying K if they come before an A, O, or U, or when they're making the S sound if it's anything other than A, O, or U. All right, happy reading and writing.